The internet erupted overnight after conservative commentator Megyn Kelly claimed she had obtained what she described as a secret audio recording involving Meghan Markle and a household staff member at the Montecito property. The allegation spread rapidly across social media, cable news panels, and online forums, with the phrase, "she is evil," trending as supporters and critics alike reacted emotionally to the claim. What has fueled the controversy is not only the identity of the people involved, but the suggestion that the recording captures a moment of alleged mistreatment behind closed doors, something that sharply contradicts the public image Megyn has consistently presented. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. According to Megyn Kelly, the audio was provided by a source she described as being close to the situation, though she did not publicly identify the individual. Kelly alleged during her broadcast that the recording features a tense exchange between Meghan Markle and a housemaid employed at the Montecito residence. She claimed the tone of the voice on the recording was harsh and dismissive, and that the interaction revealed what she characterized as a pattern of behavior that the public had never been meant to hear. Kelly framed the alleged tape as proof that there is a significant gap between Meghan's public advocacy for kindness and empowerment and her private conduct. It is important to note that, as of now, the recording itself has not been independently verified by major news organizations. No full, unedited audio has been released to the public, and there has been no forensic confirmation of the voices involved. Despite that, Kelly's statements alone were enough to ignite a wave of commentary. Supporters of Megyn immediately questioned the authenticity of the claim, suggesting that any such recording could be manipulated or taken out of context. Critics, on the other hand, argued that the allegation aligns with previous reports of difficult working relationships surrounding the Duchess. Within hours of Kelly's comments, hashtags related to Meghan Markle, Megyn Kelly, and the Montecito household were trending across multiple platforms. Comment sections filled with strong opinions, many of them emotionally charged. Some users expressed outrage, saying that if the allegations were true, they would represent a serious moral failing. Others cautioned against rushing to judgment, reminding audiences that accusations do not equal facts and that high-profile figures are often targets of unproven claims. Sources close to Meghan Markle have not confirmed the existence of any such tape. As of this report, there has been no official statement from Meghan or Prince Harry directly addressing Kelly's claim. Legal experts speaking to various outlets have noted that if an audio recording exists and was made without consent, its release could raise serious legal questions, particularly under California's strict privacy and recording laws. These experts emphasized that such considerations could explain why no full audio has yet been made public. The alleged involvement of a Montecito housemaid has also drawn attention to the broader issue of how domestic staff are treated in high-profile households. Advocacy groups for domestic workers have used the moment to call for better protections and fair treatment, while carefully avoiding taking sides in the specific dispute. They stress that power imbalances in employer-employee relationships can make it difficult for workers to speak out, especially when their employer is a global celebrity. Megyn Kelly, for her part, has doubled down on her claims, stating that she stands by her source and believes the public deserves to know what she says happens behind the scenes. She framed the issue as one of accountability, arguing that public figures who speak about compassion and social justice should be held to the same standards in private. Kelly's critics have accused her of exploiting controversy for attention, pointing out her long-standing public criticism of Meghan Markle. Media analysts observing the situation say the story reflects a familiar pattern in modern celebrity culture. Allegations are released, reactions explode online, and the narrative often hardens before all the facts are known. In this case, the lack of a verifiable recording has not slowed the spread of opinion. Instead, it has created two sharply divided camps, each convinced of its own interpretation of events. Royal commentators have also weighed in, noting that stories about staff treatment have followed Meghan and Harry since their time in the United Kingdom. Past allegations, which were investigated internally by palace officials, were never fully made public, leaving lingering questions and speculation. Some commentators argue that the current claims are being viewed through the lens of those earlier controversies, making it harder for neutral observers to separate past reports from present allegations. At the same time, supporters of Meghan Markle argue that she has been subjected to years of intense scrutiny, misinformation, and hostility. They caution that unverified claims can cause real harm, not only to reputations but also to families. They point out that Meghan has previously spoken about the emotional toll of public attacks and stress the importance of responsible reporting and due process. As the story continues to unfold, major news organizations are taking a cautious approach, reporting on the existence of the claim without endorsing its accuracy. This reflects standard journalistic practice when dealing with potentially defamatory allegations. Until concrete evidence is released and verified, the situation remains a dispute defined largely by competing narratives rather than established facts. What is clear is that the allegation has reignited debates about celebrity accountability, media ethics, and the speed at which claims can become accepted as truth in the digital age. Whether the alleged tape ever surfaces or not, the reaction itself highlights how polarized public discourse has become, particularly when it involves figures as divisive as Meghan Markle and commentators as outspoken as Megyn Kelly. For now, viewers are left with questions rather than answers. Is there truly a recording, and if so, what does it actually reveal when heard in full context? Will Meghan Markle or her representatives respond directly, or will the matter be addressed through legal channels instead? And how should the public balance curiosity with fairness when confronted with explosive but unverified claims? As this developing story continues to draw attention, it serves as a reminder to approach sensational headlines with caution and critical thinking. Stay tuned for updates as more information becomes available, and if you value balanced reporting that separates allegation from confirmed fact, make sure to subscribe, share your thoughts respectfully in the comments, and follow the channel for continued coverage as this story evolves.